Yagami-san, back already?
That was quick. I figured you'd be out in the town until evening.
Well, the day's not over yet. I need you to look into Reiko Kusamoto again. She might be the one behind RK.
Really?
Yeah. Can you pull up the picture of her you showed me last time?
Okay. Take a look at this, Yagamishi. Reiko Kusamoto became vice minister just recently. It hasn't even been a full year yet.
Looks like she's still got a good rep.
Yeah, there's almost no criticism of her out there.
The Ministry Revolution, bucking the bureaucracy. Golden parachutes don't fly with Kusamoto. Go her. Vice Minister is pretty high up there, yeah?
Big time. If she really did take Kawana up on his offer, silencing him would be the quickest way to save her skin. And in that case, she'd need some kind of connection to RK.
Some kind of connection? A bit vague, no?
Fair enough, but RK already took an innocent life while hunting Kawana down.
Right. And after killing Sawa-sensei, they tried to kill me, too. Still, no matter how dangerous the gang, murder is a risky proposition. Then again, if someone's pulling the strings, they have a lot less to worry about. Especially if that someone has vice minister status.
Well, the internet's not gonna give us much else. How about we do our usual thing? Go straight to the source.
Maybe we should.
Would it really be that easy to get a meeting with someone like her?
Mitsuru Kusamoto's still in a coma, right?
Yes?
If he's in a hospital, we can catch her by surprise there.
I get ya. That might work.
Huh. What's this now?
What's what now?
Breaking news from the net. It says manhunt for Sawa-sensei's murderer.
And?
It's hitting the network news, too. The person they're after is...
Wanted for the murder of private school teacher Yoko Sawa in her own apartment, Kanagawa PD is conducting a search for the suspect, self-proclaimed handyman Yu Kitakata. Nearby
Why are they looking for
security cameras
Kawana?
captured footage of
Shouldn't they be after Soma?
Sawa-san's former teacher before and after the incident. It's also surfaced that he's been using a false identity for over a decade. The police are hopeful that their search will turn up some sort of connection to Sawa-san.
If Kawana-san was caught on camera, then surely some RK thugs were as well?
Yeah, I think so. On that note, I should have been in the footage too. The police only seem to want Kawana, but why? Guess we'll have to ask them ourselves.
Ask who?
Detective Watanabe from Kanagawa PD. He was the guy in charge of Mikoshiba's murder.
Been a while, hotshot.
Yeah, I guess it has. Hey, I'm curious. Do you have any evidence that Kawana killed Sawa-sensei?
I take it you saw the news. Kawana was caught on camera near the crime scene, plus he knew the victim. And if that's not enough, he was using a fake name. How's that for evidence?
But I saw Soma holding an ice pick up to Sawa-sensei. Plus, there were RK footprints all over the scene. So why is Kawana the only suspect?
Because the big boys with big balls at HQ said so. Barking at me won't get you anywhere.
So this is all just pressure from upstairs? What is going on here?
Why are you so bent out of shape? Kawana's a legitimate suspect, and all we're doing is following procedure. So stick your private investigator schnoz somewhere else.
You know, you sound pretty bent out of shape yourself. Where are you right now?
Uh-huh.
I was thinking maybe we could meet up. How's a free pass to bitch about your work sound? Abe-san?
On the phone, in person, there's nothing I can tell you.
He hung up.
Yagamishi, I managed to focus in on the background noise from your phone call. Despite all the interference, I have a good idea of Nabe-san's location.
What? Seriously?
He's on the main drag in Chinatown. If you go now, I'm sure you'll find him.
But is he even gonna listen to you?
It won't matter if I miss him because we sat here wondering.
Yagami Detective Agency, quick on its feet indeed.
Can't compete with that.
Yagami, why are you here?
Oh, hey, Nabe-san. And you were...
It's Sakurai.
Oh, right.
I take it you didn't just happen to be in the neighborhood.
Let's just say some friends of mine have a real keen sense of smell. Something stinks about the cops here.
Excuse me, pal?
The Sawa case. Why aren't you going after RK? Or are you and you're just keeping me in the dark?
This isn't the place to talk about that. What the... Hey!
I get the feeling something's keeping you guys from doing your jobs. And I don't have to listen to you.
You want to say that again?
Sakurai, I gotta hit the can. Head back to the station.
Huh?
Need to take a piss, Yagami? You're looking hydrated.
Yeah, good call.
Then let's.
Damn. What's he up to?
Nice spot you brought me to. Very romantic.
Well, we're about to have a shitty conversation. Might as well do it with a pleasant view.
Do the cops really believe Kawana is responsible for Sawa-sensei's death?
We wouldn't be looking for him if we weren't serious. We even have a warrant.
To arrest Kawana?
His real name's Yu Kitakata. He's been using a fake. And he services right at the murder scene of his former student. In my eyes, he was suspicious enough.
What about Soma from RK? He should have been spotted on the nearby cameras too. Like when he entered her apartment.
He wasn't.
How is that possible?
Let me rephrase. There's no footage that had RK anywhere near it.
What's that supposed to mean?
From the moment Mikoshiba's murder went down, the higher-ups had been busy playing politics. I had a handle on things when they were just competing with Tokyo PD over who got to grill Ihara. But after that murder footage came out, it really stirred shit up. Sawa-sensei's case has me scratching my head too. Someone at the top is trying to keep details under wraps. And they think it'll work even in this day and age.
You're saying the whole force is in on a cover-up?
It started with the footage surrounding Sawa's apartment. Someone on the inside erased it. Any footage that had the RK guys tagged in it is totally wiped.
Erase the footage? Are you serious?
Yeah. You heard me. Kawana leaving her place is all that's left. Even the parts where you show up are long gone. Before and after, the only person that the cameras pin the crime on is Kawana himself.
Who would go so far to erase the footage? Who would do something like that?
It's time to let it go, Yagami. Mikoshiba's case and Sawa-sensei's case, they're closing the book. And to tie up the loose ends, and this is the shitty part, Kawana has to die in an accident.
What?
Soon as they track him down, they'll put him into custody and then blame it on negligence. They'll say he resisted arrest and died in the struggle, I'd guess. Someone clearly wants Kawana gone, and they have the power to do it.
Come on. Who could have that power?
Kawana is clearly a target of someone higher up. Even if he sees it coming, he won't be able to stop it. As far as I'm concerned, the case is closed. You wouldn't understand until you've been on the force. When the team you're playing for is rotten to the core, all you can do is look the other way. As for me, I'll stick to the cut and dry cases for a while. That's what'll keep me an honest cop.
That's bullshit! You'll shut the lid on the trash, ignore the smell of the rot coming from inside and go on pretending it's justice? And then you call that being an honest cop?
Asshole. Did you forget that you were talking to a detective?
You never did answer the question, Nabe-san. Who had the authority to erase the security cameras? Who wants Kawana dead so bad that they do it inside?
Even if I told you, what the fuck could you do about it, Detective Smartass? Leave it alone, Yagami. It's for your own good.
Is that your call? Well, I think I'll be the judge of that.
You little piece of shit! I've had enough! Dead son of a bitch!
Let's play it by ear.
Come on, bring it! Get fucking around! I think it's time you cooled off! Have a drink! Dead son of a bitch! Here we go. I think it's time you cooled off! Have a drink! Dead son of a bitch! Here we go. I'm not even warmed up. I think it's time you cooled off! Have a drink! Dead son of a bitch! Let's play it by ear. Come on, bring it! I think it's time you cooled off! Have a drink!
No, God, no.
I'm not even warmed up yet. Get fucking around! Fuck that!
They broke the lock and forced their way into Sawa-sensei's place. That's when Soma came in. I'm sure she was terrified. They were pointing an ice pick at her. When I found her, her eyes were still open. I could see the tears. Yet the police are going after Kawana instead of Soma. And the cops that were there know he isn't a suspect, but say their hands are tied. So it'll be my voice you hear instead of hers. And when they come to silence me, I'll know who the puppet masters are.
I hear you. And you're probably right.
And if you have any idea who might be pulling the strings, I need you to tell me before it's too late. Is there anyone on the Force who would want Kuwana dead?
The moment we opened Sawa Sensei's case, the Kanagawa brass had a suspect file ready to go. They didn't point to your guy Soma. They named you Kitakata, alias Kuwana the Handyman. Hilarious, isn't it? We were the first to the scene, which means the bigwigs pulled a suspect file before it even happened.
Where'd the info about Kitakata come from?
Not sure, but the National Police Agency said it came from public security.
Public security? Why is public security involved in Sawa Sensei's case?
Seems they were interested in Arcade's criminal network in Kamurocho. You know how after the Tojo clan disbanded, the criminals started going underground? Well, public security would rather let Arcade roam free than bust them. Monitoring them quietly gives them intel on criminal movements. And even if you catch these guys, new ones will just take their place.
Wait, so they want RK on the streets? Is that why they're brushing Sawa Sensei's case under the rug?
If RK goes down in one fell swoop over a murder case, they have to find a new source of intel. Purely speaking, from public security's point of view, that is.
Unbelievable.
Not that they'd ever say that out in, well, public. If you believe public security, there's no way RK killed Sawa Sensei.
What the hell? Do they even have a reason?
Not that I'm aware of. On top of that, I asked Tokyo PD about Soma, but he doesn't have a record. No priors, no census registry, not even a damn profile pic.
Then, what does that mean?
The man known as Kazuki Soma doesn't exist, basically. Maybe that's how it's always been, or maybe it's a cover-up. They had plenty of files on Kuwana to send our way instead. They're the ones who made him the prime suspect in Sawa Sensei's case, too.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Kuwana's a scapegoat for RK. Public security wants to shut the curtains on Sawa Sensei's case with him. As far as they're concerned, with Kuwana silenced, it will all balance out.
So that's what you meant by Kuwana having an accident.
Right. Better to flush your shit than keep a lid on it.
So who's running the show in public security? Do they have a name?
I wasn't told, unfortunately. Afraid I'm further down the food chain than you thought. Yeah, Watanabe speaking. Huh? Ijincho?
Huh?
Right. Got it. Call me if anything else comes up. Kuwana's been spotted. A witness reported seeing him in Ijincho.
Seriously? He's back here?
Couldn't say for sure.
Where's he at?
Fukutokucho, in Koreatown, where the Komi Jewel hang out. The police are headed there now.
Komi Jewel?
Apparently it means spider web in Korean. You haven't seen it? It's made to look like it's abandoned.
And Kuwana's there?
You're not gonna say you got that from me, right?
I don't have much time. You said Kuwana might have an accident, didn't you? I'm sure that's why you're telling me all this.
If you find him, let him know it's public security that's after him. And they mean business.
Yagamishi, it's me. I have an update for you. It seems Kawana has been spotted in Ijincho.
Yeah, in Komijo, right? I'm headed there now.
Ah, fastidious as ever. But the police have already started blocking off Komijo.
Already?
They're probably gonna surround the area and gradually close in on Kawana-san. What's your plan, Yagamishi?
Public security is probably behind that. And according to Nabe-san, once they capture Kawana, he'll end up in an accident.
An accident?
Long story short, I need to find Kawana before the cops do. Can you navigate me to him?
I most certainly can. For now, just keep heading toward Komijo. In the meantime, I'll be monitoring the surrounding area. Oh, and I'll dispatch Sugiurashi.
Appreciate that, Tsukumo.
This is Tsukumo. Yagamishi, please come in.
Hey, I think I'm in front of Komijo.
Indeed you are. I can see you from the drone.
Then you'll notice the cops block the road. Any way I can get in there?
Not to worry. I've already looked into an infiltration route.
Better be careful here. Way to go.
Can you see the white car that's parked in front of the barricade?
Yeah, I can.
There's a really small gap on the side of the car. You should be able to fit through it. It'll be a tight squeeze, I'm sure, but I have no doubt in your agility, Yagamishi.
Yeah, but what happens if I get spotted?
You can leave that part to me.
いたぞこっちだ
Too close. All right, let's go. Way to go.
Can you see?
Yeah,
There's a little bit.
yeah.
You can leave that.
Tsukumo, where should I go from here?
Komijo proper seems to be located behind those construction fences. There's one door in the fence, so that's your best bet.
なんだあれって
「 Can I get a hand?
Just leave it to me.
いたぞこっちだ
Aha. Tsukumo, keep navigating for me. And let me know as soon as you find Kawana. Huh? It's weird. Hello?
Kitakata Sensei! Show yourself! Come on, get your ass out here!
Relax with the yelling, will you? You're giving away our location.
How am I supposed to relax? This shit's intense!
Shh. Shh.
Sugiura?
Didn't Tsukumo-kun tell you I was on my way?
Yeah, suppose he did.
Yagami-san, all these guys are RK.
Does that mean RK beat the police to Kawana?
No, not exactly. I just saw some cops let RK guys through. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
No, that was no mistake. Some cops are working with RK.
But why?
Someone in authority on the force is trying to get rid of Kawana. So they want him to have an accident.
What? That's off the scale insane.
Insane or not, I need to get to Kawana before RK or the cops do. You know where he is?
I don't. Come to think of it, why would Kawana-san come to Komicho? Does he know someone here?
Good question. Let's just focus on reaching the top of this place for now. Aren't there people from Komicho here? It can't be all RK. Maybe we can ask them where Kawana is.
Worth a shot. As long as we don't give ourselves away. That looks like a lot of RK muscle to me, Yagami-san.
Yeah, but if that many are out searching, the silver lining is that they don't have a lead on Kawana.
True. We'll just have to stay one step ahead of them then. I don't see anywhere else we can go, so let's go up those stairs.
Looks like this is the highest we can go.
Yagami-san, we've got RK coming in from below too.
Let's find another route on this floor. Hey, suspicious.
Yeah, we should be able to get up from here. Yeah. There we go.
Damn, wish I was that nimble.
Good work, Yagami-san.
Yo, you guys are Komi Jewel, aren't you?
Huh?
Komichu? Us?
What's going on here, man? This place is empty. Lead the way, would you?
Yagami-san, they seem like RK.
I'd rather not have to bullshit then.
So, take them down?
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm not even warmed up.
Yagami-san, looks like the top floor's up ahead. There's a room on this side too, though. Might be worth checking out. I wish we'd had some sign of Kawana-san, but maybe we'll still get lucky? Are you ready to go, Yagami-san?
Yeah. Let's go.
Man, where is this fucking guy? This shit's taking forever. Yeah, it's not like anyone else is here. You think the cops got it wrong? Then what do? Keep looking? Is there a fucking point?
Seems like Kawana-san's giving them the slip. What's the plan now?
Let's find out what RK's gonna do when they catch Kawana. Are they planning to kill him themselves?
What, you gonna just stroll up and ask them?
Well, I only count 4 of them. So 2 each. Piece of cake.
I guess.
Okay, let's go. Hello, gentlemen. Got a couple questions for you.
Huh? Who the hell are you two? You with the Komi Jewel?
Wow, they don't even recognize you, Yagami-san?
Well, that's kind of sad.
What's going on here?
Yagami-san? I don't think it's just 2 each anymore.
Yagami! Hey, that's the detective from Kamurocho!
A detective?
Just get him! They're with Kitakata!
Fuck yeah. Let's get it started. Hope you're ready to die.
I've been waiting for this shit!
Oh, you morons.
Here we go.
Why is this always happening? Let's play it by ear.
There we go.
That all you got? I thought there were more of you guys.
Let's not jinx it, man.
You guys came looking for Kuwana, right? What were you gonna do to him?
We were just told to catch him. Not sure what comes after that.
You sure the plan wasn't to kill him?
I said I don't know!
Who gave the order here? Soma?
It was Akusa-san. Probably on Soma-san's orders, though.
Hey, Yagami-san?
Hey, how come Ijincho has so many creepy masks?
I was just gonna ask you.
Kuwana's not here.
Huh?
That intel was fake. We were the ones who put it out.
You live here? Then you must be Komicho.
Normally, it's us hiring the handyman. But this time, it was Kuwana asking the favor.
Huh? To put out false information?
Yes. He said he wanted to see what kind of enemy he was dealing with, and how they'd respond to an eyewitness report. Seeing as how easy police info made its way to these thugs, I'd say he was wise to use caution. Were he any closer, he would have been ensnared by now.
So Kawana's nearby, watching everything unfold as we speak? He's really in Ijincho then?
We'll have to clear the room to discuss that.
Hey! Why are you looking at me?
Sorry.
As you said, Kawana's returned to Ijincho. There are benefits to being here that only he can exploit.
Where's he hiding out?
Under the protection of Tesso from the Yokohama Ryomon. But you're cleared to see him. We already took care of that.
Kawana actually said he'd meet us?
Come on. There's a way through the cops don't know. You can get out to the city from there.
That'd be helpful, thanks.
Guess you're not so bad after all.
Bear in mind, you may not leave alive if you come back. You were never welcome here.
And never mind. So, where do we find Kawana-san?
I'm sure the Ryumon will lead us to him. Just so happens I've got a brother there named Tesso.
Oh, what?
Now let's get there before Kawana changes his mind.
Yeah, let's go. I thought I could keep up. Irashaimase. ありがとうございます。 Yeah, let's go. I thought I could keep up.
So, you're Yagami Yanaki? Tesso-san told me to let you in.
Yagami Aniki?
Will you be coming inside?
Sure, let me pass.
This way, please.
Bro, hey man. Welcome back, friends.
Tesso Aniki? Do I have to call you that?
Take a seat. And you too, buddy.
This'll be fun.
And which of your names should we be using for you now? Kuwana? Or do you prefer Kitakata-sensei?
Kitakata's a name that's been all but murdered by society. In Ijincho, I'm just a merry old handyman Kuwana-san.
If you ask the cops, you're the murder suspect, Kitakata. After killing Sawa-sensei, you fled the scene. At least, that's the story the police top brass are passing down through the ranks. Now, why would they say something like that about you?
Calm down, Yagami. How come you never relax?
So Kuwana hired you guys from the start, and you pretended to not know each other in front of me? If that's the case, you really went all out for me.
Didn't I tell you? The Liumang accepts anonymous requests too. Tesso didn't know I was the one who hired him. I suppose there's no point in hiding that now.
That's just how it is. Nothing to get mad over, bro.
You really aren't hiding anything? Did you tell him all you've done?
He's a former high school teacher who's going around killing bullies. Can't be much more to hide than that. Need any more convincing?
Honestly, I'm at a loss. I worked my ass off to get where you are.
And I'm still trying to untangle the mess you've made of it. You've got my student helpers by the throats. So I'm really backed into a corner here.
You mean the graduates from Kurokawa Academy? Like Mamiya-san?
Very good, Sugiura-kun. So how about it? No reason for us to doubt each other's intentions, right? All the secrets are out in the open now.
Fine. Then I'm gonna light up.
You were just over at Komijou, weren't you? RK was looking for me there. The police even lent them a hand.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm even more confused. I give up. Who in the world could be after me? Who has influence over both RK and the police?
Care to venture a guess?
They'd be the uneducated guesses of a handyman. You got any bright ideas yourself, Master Detective?
I haven't confirmed it for sure yet, but I have a pretty good theory for you.
Oh? Who?
Reiko Kusamoto, Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. She's Mitsuru Kusamoto's mother, your student from 13 years ago.
Wait, what?
There's a chance she's the one trying to silence you. And public security is taking orders directly from her.
Public security?
A detective from Kanagawa PD told me. Public security is pinning you as Sawa-sensei's murderer. He was also told to back off RK. If public security is protecting RK, it would explain why they have free reign on Ijincho.
Hey, back up. Why does this Kusumoto lady want to silence Kuwana in the first place?
Kuwana had his former students kidnap Shinya Kawai in Kamurocho 5 years ago. The same guy who pushed her son into jumping off a roof. Kawai was killed after that. Before you killed Kawai, you approached Reiko Kusamoto about the prospect of revenge, didn't you? Ahara told us that. Before taking revenge on a bully, you'd approach the family about it first. Did you make the same offer to Reiko Kusamoto?
What if I did?
She's the Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health, and she's pretty popular. She's even cleaning up her predecessor's mess. If it were to surface that she agreed to a revenge killing, they'd have yet another massive scandal on their hands. And if you get to go down in cuffs instead of a body bag, that detail may just come out. Before that can happen, Reiko Kusamoto plans to
have me silenced and use public security to do it.
Exactly. Except public security can't just go after you, so they subcontracted RK to do the dirty work. That would explain why public security is trying to cover for RK.
I see. Well, the logic starts off soundly enough.
Something wrong with it?
Unfortunately, yes. Something does stick out.
And what's that?
I did, in fact, approach Kusumoto-san 5 years ago about taking revenge on Shinya Kawai. And just as you said, I used Mamiya-kun and the others to kidnap Kawai.
And?
From that point on, Kusumoto-san knew I was directing Mamiya-kun and the others. She'd seen their faces, knew their identities, everything. So, if Kusumoto-san wanted to go after me, Mamiya-kun and the others would be first on the list. But the fact is, public security hasn't laid a finger on them, even now. Which means, Kusumoto-san isn't the one giving them orders.
Sure, that makes some sense.
Hey, so sorry if this is off topic, but what was Kusumoto-san doing when Shinya Kawai was killed 5 years back?
She was standing right there with me. Afterwards, she took 3 days of PTO, and that was a first for her.
Why?
Shinya Kawai died at the hands of Kusumoto-san. She drove the knife into his chest personally. She took it slow, making sure he suffered the whole time. Just like Akihiro Ehara, she avenged her son with her own 2 hands. I admire her.
She killed Kawai herself?
Afterward, she told me she'd never wash the smell of his blood off her hands.
Damn, man.
I was the only one who knew that, by the way. The others have no idea. On that day 5 years ago, I sent them straight home after they brought me Kawai. And I was the only one with Kusumoto-san when she killed him.
This sounds way too crazy to be real.
Even so, the fact is, Kusumoto-san hasn't betrayed me. Besides, I doubt the Vice Minister is powerful enough to order public security around.
Then who is giving them their orders?
Well, I'd say your theory's on the right track. I'm sure public security contracted RK. It lines up with what's happened so far. I imagine they're so persistent because they know I can be used against Kusumoto-san.
Either way, whoever's pulling the strings is someone who'll benefit from your capture. So if it isn't Reiko Kusumoto, maybe it's one of her enemies?
An enemy?
Yeah, like someone within the Ministry of Health, or maybe even some kind of political rival. Nothing would be more valuable to them than dirt on Kusumoto, right? They're probably trying to take her down. Or they could threaten and manipulate her as they see fit. Is that why public security has been taking action? If they wanted to take her down, they could have had the police investigate her fair and square.
Right. Kusumoto-san can walk away from the Ministry of Health anytime she wants. Plus, she has the public's support, especially with the younger crowds. All just more reasons for her to have enemies.
I read some article about how even the Prime Minister has a hard time with her. Like, she'll get up in his face every time he signs an order. Dumbass loses so many arguments, he practically works for her now.
So the Prime Minister's trying to find some dirt on Reiko Kusumoto?
He's just an example. Weren't you listening when we said Kusumoto-san has lots of enemies in her position?
Hey, don't be a dick.
So whoever's behind this may have been looking for a weakness in Kusumoto-san for a while. They must have got their start after realizing Ehara's case was really about getting revenge on a bully. That puts Ehara and Reiko Kusumoto in the same boat, being that their only sons were bullying victims. And if they discovered that Kawai also vanished 5 years ago.
Regardless, that wouldn't account for the rest of the incidents where a bully ended up dead. You'd know. You're the one going up and down the whole country killing them off, aren't you? Kawai makes number 7.
7? Damn, man.
It wouldn't take much to connect the dots. It'd lead straight to her. Reiko Kusumoto. Then they'd know that she was among the victims who got her revenge.
Yeah. And then, To Ahara's case, the link between him and Kusamoto is clear as day now if you know what you're looking for. That link is Sawa-sensei. It took me a while, but I connected the two cases together myself. It was RK. She never should have even been on their radar. In fact, they traced your name from her. Sawa-sensei knew. She suspected you were involved with the Mikoshiba murder in one way or another, right? You don't care. You see your killing spree on these former bullies like you're doing the country a service. In your eyes, this is vengeance. Actually, no. You'd call it justice, wouldn't you? Except, Sawa-sensei wouldn't have died if it was.
That was never my intent. She shouldn't have died.
No. You don't get to just brush her off like that. Like an afterthought. You had to have known you'd go down for this eventually. And you're fine if all your old students like Yui Mamiya go down with you. By then, why would you look back at your trail of blood? Why would you clean up all your carnage? It's not your problem, right? You move forward with one purpose. Send as many bullies to hell as you can. Beyond that, you don't give a shit what happens. Sawa-sensei died in tears. You didn't see what I saw. The fear she must have felt was still frozen on her face. You, Ahara, Reiko Kusamoto, you're all murderers. And so far, all of you have gotten away with it. So why did Yoko Sawa end up having to pay the price? Tell me, will you even be able to look her in the eye when you die?
I doubt it. That's gonna follow me well into the afterlife. So what now, then? March to the cops and turn myself in?
You should. If you don't do exactly that, no one will know why she had to die, and that'll be the end of her story. Everyone will keep on dancing around her death, even though she was completely innocent. Just like the cops are doing.
Afraid I can't do that. If I turn myself in now, there's only one thing that happens. Public security takes me out. And worse, Reiko Kusamoto would be compromised. And that, I will never allow to happen. Of all the people involved in this, she deserves to walk free. Her revenge was justified.
You think so?
All she did was scrape off the scum of the earth that pushed her only son into an attempted suicide. She didn't sit around crying about a legal miscarriage. She took justice into her own hands. No one has any right to indict her for that. So don't go there. Nobody lays a finger on her.
Hey, skinny ginger kid. Looks like this is gonna turn into a little more than a chat.
Good thinking.
So is your plan to kill me too? Anyone who interferes with your justice, we all get added to your body count, don't we?
The punishment fits the crime. You're just blind. If you can't see that, then you can go to hell! Stay out of my way!
Let's play.
long has this been going now?
I lost track.
Call it?
Nah. They're gonna tire out eventually. Beating the shit out of each other is the way some people communicate.
I can see that.
There we go. Now let's stop them.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Haven't you had enough yet?
What?
You think it's time to give it a rest?
Hell no. Stay out of our way.
You're not looking so hot.
You got lucky I stopped when I did, you know. I had a move lined up with your name on it.
You're the one who got lucky as far as I'm concerned. I was about to kick your ass.
What a fucking mess, guys. Hey, both of you, eat. Your food's getting cold.
One of our higher-ups cooked this himself. Won't look good if there's any left.
Not a problem. This stuff's great.
Delicious. Man, this is the good stuff.
So that means Reiko Kusamoto could be being targeted by public security.
Right. It's possible part of the police wants to catch me as leverage against Kusamoto-san on public security orders. But that's only if public security really is behind this. You're the one who said you got that info from a cop.
Well, someone up top's been putting pressure on the investigation. That much is clear. But no matter how you slice it, the fact that you're enemy number one while RK roams free is absurd. Unfortunately, all I got out of that cop was that public security itself is who we're up against.
Public security is Japan's top intelligence agency. If they're after you, there's no escape.
Agreed.
Then I guess now's a good time to make a suggestion.
Huh?
Tell me, who benefits the most from you two fighting? Huh? That'd be public security. The more you drag each other down, the easier they'll be able to get the jump on you. By the time you notice, it's too late. They've got you. That's exactly what they'd want, right? But what if you two work together? You watch each other's backs and act before RK and public security do. You might even be able to find out who's pulling the strings.
Huh. Yeah. For two enemies to join forces, there needs to be an even greater threat to fight.
Sure. I'm on board with that.
Fine, but this is only temporary. Once we finish with public security, I'm gonna make sure you answer for what you've done.
Okay, then where do we start? Should we just storm public security at this point?
No. First, we need to confirm public security is really the enemy we're after.
Right. We'll make our move after that.
We have the element of surprise. They have no idea we're working together.
Then we'll use it to our advantage and outsmart them.
Aw, look at the boys playing nice.
If public security's trying to find some leverage against Kusamoto-san, they'll likely be listening in on her. They're the experts in wiretapping and espionage, after all. We just need a quick confirmation.
How?
We'll just give her a call.
Right here?
Yes. That way, her enemy will trace the call and pinpoint our location. And public security is the only one in Japan who can pull that off, so we'll know right away if it's them.
Good thinking.
Yeah. Wait, hold up! You saying if you call up Reiko Kusamoto, then the bad guys will start pouring in? Can we maybe not do that here?
Actually, that might just work in our favor.
Huh? Bro, why are you talking crazy?
Yagami-san, you sure about getting on bro terms without Kaito-san? Wouldn't that bum him out?
Whoa. This is amazing. What is this?
Good shit, huh? You've got good taste, bro. I knew you of all people would notice the difference.
Kuwana, when was the last time you spoke to Reiko Kusamoto?
5 years ago, on the night she killed Kawai. We arranged it so we'd never contact each other after that.
So you have her number then?
If it hasn't changed.
What is it then? I have an idea.
What?
We're gonna set a trap to find out if we really are up against public security. If they trace the call and they send people for us, then we know for sure it's them. That's why we're gonna call Reiko Kusamoto using a location that doesn't exist at all.
How's that work?
We'll use 2 phones that can't be traced back to us, and we'll relay your voice. Obviously you won't be wherever we do this from. Best to do this someplace with no one around. Once we see who they send in, mission accomplished.
Wait, what's happening?
Don't worry, I got it. You'll catch up, Sugiura-kun.
First, we need to know our enemy. I'll have Tsukumo prep us some burner phones.
Which means a truce for the time being?
Only while you're here. Gotta keep things civil for my brother.
Man, Zhao-san's cooking makes even the suckiest situations not suck.
Cheers to that! Hey, so Tsukumo-kun's already got the phones ready. They're burners that can't be traced back to us.
2 of them, right?
Just like you asked for.
Nicely done, Yokohama 99. You work quick.
Yeah, let's go.
Just the 2 I've been waiting for. Excellent work, by the way.
Hey, got those burner phones ready?
Of course I do. Who do you think I am?
I still don't fully get what's going on. Yagami-san, what are we gonna do with these?
Okay, I'll break it down. First, we call Kawana on one phone. Let's say this one here. Then we use this other phone to call Reiko Kusamoto, using them that way. The phones won't be connected to each other, but their voices will be relayed so they can talk normally.
Oh, okay. And then?
If public security finds out Reiko Kusamoto's talking to Kawana, they'll trace the call without actually finding him. And we can see exactly who they send without risk of being seen ourselves.
I think I'm getting it.
Surely you don't intend to do that here, do you? That would put a beacon on us for Kawana-san's enemies.
Yeah, we'll do it somewhere remote. We need a place where nobody would raise an eyebrow at an army of public security boys. And it's gotta have a good vantage point.
There's a building under construction not far from here. It's late, so no one should be around that may get involved unintentionally.
Where is it?
It's right near Seiryo High. There's a crane by the river, too. You'll know when you see it.
Okay, you 2 stay put. I should be able to handle this alone.
You sure about that?
Let me at least put out a drone, Yagami-shi, even if it isn't much. I'll use it to capture the faces of Kawana-san's pursuers.
That'd be good.
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございます。
This must be the construction site Tsukumo was talking about.
This is Tsukumo. Yagamishi, I've confirmed your position.
Yeah. I think I can spot whoever comes close from here. I'm gonna call Kawana on the burner now.
Understood. It's Kawana.
You ready? I'm about to call Reiko Kusamoto. Once you're connected, you take it from there.
It's been 5 years since I last spoke to her.
Yeah. Can't imagine this won't be awkward.
I know. Okay, do it.
Yes, hello?
This is Kitakata, from Kurakawa Academy.
What?
You'll have to forgive me for this, but the position I'm in required me to reach out to you. I would never have done this otherwise. I should also note, there's a high probability this phone call is being tapped.
I see. Very well, then.
It's been 13 years, Kusumoto-san.
So it has.
Kitakata-sensei. I've read about your accomplishments. To think you'd become a vice minister.
You never really know how things are going to work out.
But that's not true at all, Kusumoto-san. You were always destined to move up in the world. I've got to be honest with you. A woman as virtuous and as capable as you deserves the world and then some.
But how is Mitsuru-kun?
I'm afraid he's still asleep. Nothing's changed.
I see. I wish I had the words.
What is it you wanted?
If you've been watching the news, you probably already heard. I've become a prime suspect for a crime. They think I murdered Yokosawa in her apartment.
I've heard.
Obviously, it wasn't me who killed her, of course. Do you happen to remember Sawa-kun by any chance?
The girl from your class. She was the only one of those students who ever came to visit Mitsuru. But even then, that's been at least 10 years now. I got a letter from her once. She wanted to tell me she'd become a teacher. But I never did reply. And that was the last I'd heard from her.
I see.
So back to my question. What do you want?
I hope you weren't planning to ask me for a favor. I'm afraid the answer would be no.
No, it's not that. It's just... I wanted to let you know that at some point, someone may come to you to ask a few questions about me. I thought I should give you a heads up. I'll make every effort to ensure they won't cause any trouble for you, Kusumoto-san. I'm sorry about this. I'll try to handle it from my side.
So in your opinion then, do you believe anything related to you could cause me any trouble?
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll be just fine.
We're almost to the signal. Kill the headlights.
2 cars inbound. Looks like we were right on the money. This proves Reiko Kusumoto's phone is compromised. And if there's one organization capable of tracing a call and moving on it, it's gotta be public security on the hunt for Kawana.
Public security is really coming straight to you by car?
No. There's no way they could mobilize their people that quickly. My guess, it's gotta be the prefectural police that they've got in their pocket. Or it's just RK.
I will say it's been great to hear your voice again. But this should be the last time you ever hear from me. I'll try my best.
I understand. Goodbye.
Hey, look. It's a drone. It has a phone attached to it. Shoot it! Shoot it down!
You sure?
Just take it down! Hurry it up! Hey! What the fuck are you aiming at?
I can't hit it! It's too small! Shit!
Damn, dude. How the hell are we supposed to chase down a drone? And where the fuck is this Kawana guy?
Who knows, man? They called us in to catch this shithead, but how the hell are we supposed to do that? It's fucked up. Do we look like Spec Ops?
Yeah, right. But at least you gotta shoot that thing.
This is my second time, actually. I took a few shots at some kids in a park. I aimed at the ground and sent those little shits running for their lives.
We're done here. Pack it in.
That's 6 punks and only 1 gun between you by my count.
Who the fuck are you?
If it was you guys in charge, I'm sure Kawana would have had this whole thing solved a long time ago. Well, then again, I suppose I do have to give you credit for how fast you made it here.
That was my gun, asshole!
Who's the one giving the orders? You may as well just level with me. You guys are RK's bottom rung, right?
It sounds like you must know Kawana. Well, I guess we're not gonna be leaving here empty-handed after all. Come on! We're taking this guy in, boys! Fuck him up!
Come on. Here we go. I'm not even warmed up.
Who sent you here?
The order came from the head honchos in RK.
You mean Soma?
Not that high up. It was one of the bosses. There's a bunch of them.
What did they tell you to do once you found Kuwana?
They just said to catch him. Well, they also made it very clear not to kill him. Like we'd pull the trigger. We never even heard what our cut was.
Just another useless grunt. Tell me, gentlemen, how would you feel if you found out you were just pawns in public security's game?
We're playing what game now?
I suggest you quit RK while you can. Go tell your buddies, get them out too. Otherwise, they'll keep you in the dark, use you and toss you aside. And then, you'll end up in a ditch there's no crawling out of.
Yes?
Pardon me. You would be Reiko Kusamoto, correct?
Sir, it's a little late for this. And how'd you get in here in the first place? I've expressly forbid having visitors.
Come now. I'm a coordinator with the National Police Bureau, but I'm sure you're familiar with my Division of Public Security. Bondo is my name, ma'am.
Are you now? Well, I'm afraid coordinator is rather vague.
I have a more public-facing title as well, of course. But I'm trying to be discreet here, so let's not get bogged down with minor details. It's in our best interests. I'm afraid that won't help. I've already seen to that.
What is this?
There's a question I need answered with some urgency, Kusamoto-san. It concerns the disappearance of a certain individual.
Huh.
About 5 years ago, a man vanished off the streets of Kamurocho. I'm sure you'll recognize him. A former classmate of Mitsuru-kun here, Shinya Kawai. I believe there are things you might know. I can say that with some level of certainty, as a matter of fact.